Like, you want me to make up a story about a Poglodon? I could do it. Poglodon, his name was Chaz, you know? And Chaz the Poglodon, you see, he had a very weak claw, okay? And this was back when Poglodons still had eyes, all right? They still had eyeballs, and their sniffer tongue didn't work so good, okay? And the reason why is because they used their eyeballs, right? And so Chaz was out, he was foraging for food, and Chaz was, you know, he wasn't a teenager, but he was like a 20-something-year-old Poglodon, and Poglodons have exactly the same age range as humans. So when you're a teenage Poglodon, you're a teenage human, you know, 20-something, he's kind of a young buck, you know, he's getting out there, he's looking for some lady Poglodons, but he got a weak claw, right? He's got a weak claw. And so the lady Poglodons, they're not that impressed with Chaz. You know, that weak claw, they want two big, strong claws, okay, for a little something, something, you know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, Chaz was not, don't get me wrong, Chaz was able to provide. He was able to provide. The ladies just didn't know he was able to provide because they wouldn't give him a chance. He wouldn't give him a chance because he had that weak non-pog claw, and it was so sad. But one day, because of his weak claw, Chaz actually, he was trying to climb up a little bit of a cliff to get at some prey that was above him. But his claw was weak, right? His claw was weak, so he fell. He fell, and he injured his eyesight. And so you would think this would be a bad thing. But the thing is, just like when someone goes blind, their hearing gets really good, right? Well, when Chaz actually went blind, his fucking sniffer tongue started to get really good. Okay? And so he could sense prey from fucking anywhere. Boom, 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 boom. Alright? And so he started getting really good at hunting down prey. His claw was still kind of dirt. But you see what Chaz started doing is he would disrespect his prey because he was so good at finding them. He would just spit on them. He would just be like, "Tuh, bitch." And the ladies saw this, and they were so impressed by how good of a sniffer tongue his ass had, and they thought he was all gonna die when he went blind. Everyone thought he was gonna die. But Chaz, again, he refused to give up, started using his sniffer tongue. He was kind of bitter at the world because he went blind, so he was spitting on his prey, you know, just fucking, fuck you. Right? But you see, the thing is, this reputation for being such a good provider started filtering through the Poglodon community, and the lady Poglodons were like all about that, right? All fucking about that. So he started to spread his genes around the community a little bit, if you catch my drift. And that is actually the reason today, that's actually the reason to this day, that Poglodons no longer have eyeballs. Granted, it's a far off lineage, you know? And it's why they spit fucking acid, is because of Chaz, the weak clawed Poglodon.